guys, let's go ahead and look at an example of how we can compare the slope of a graph and a unit rate. So our question says Joseph ran a 6-mile race in 48 minutes. Which graph has a slope that best represents Joseph's average rate of speed during the race? All right, so we want to see which one of these graphs has a slope that is equal to Joseph's average rate of speed. So our answer choices, we have 4 graphs. They're all labeled the same. So we have Joseph's rate as the title. The y-axis is labeled with distance, and that's measured in miles. And then our x-axis is labeled with time in minutes. All right, so let's take that same annotation, those same labels up to our word problem. So we have 48 minutes, and we'll identify that as our x value. And then we have 6 miles. All right, so looking at our graphs, 3 out of the 4 graphs represent proportional relationships, and we can tell that fairly easily because they do all pass through the origin. Remember, a proportional graph would start at the origin. Non-proportional has a y-intercept other than 0. All right, so based on that information alone, let's go ahead and eliminate answer choice J. All right, that's saying that Joseph can run 8 minutes, and no matter how long he runs, at 8 minutes he can cover an infinite number of distances. All right, so it says that at 8 minutes he can run 1 mile, but also he can run 10 miles. All right, that doesn't even make sense. So let's go ahead and eliminate that answer choice. So sometimes we can identify the slope based on the numbers they've given us in the problem. But if we look at that ordered pair, our x would be 48 and our y value would be 6. And we can see that our graph stops at 11. So we can't really identify that point. So knowing that these are proportional, we can find the unit rate by doing y over x. Forgot my label on that one. Y. All right, so we can do y over x to figure out the unit rate, which would be the same as the slope. So let's go ahead. Y over x equals 6 over 48. All right, so we can simplify 6 over 48 to 1/8. We can divide both of those by 6 as our common factor. All right, so we're looking now for 1/8. All right, so when x is 8, y is 1. That is what that is telling us. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our graphs and let's find that ordered pair. So looking at f, we can come over when x is 8, y is 1. We put a pretty point there. We can see that our graph is nowhere near that ordered pair. So it definitely cannot represent the same relationship. So we can go ahead and eliminate it. H, you can see, is very similar to f. So that can't be our answer. Let's verify it just in case. And nope, the graph is nowhere close to that. Coming down to G, we go over when x is 8, y is 1. All right, so we can see that these do represent the same relationship. That pretty point is right on the line of our graph. So what this means is that when Joseph runs 8 minutes, he can go 1 mile.